Okay, I confess, I was amazed when I first heard about Devin, a new tool for building software programs. Devin is developed by a company called Cognition Labs, a US-based startup, and it seems it's going to completely change how we create software, since it's the first ever AI software engineer. So Devin is a tireless, skilled teammate, ready to build alongside you or independently complete tasks for your review. It provides a blend of artificial intelligence with machine learning in order to complete coding tasks. Devin successfully passed the practical engineering interviews that were conducted by top AI companies. It was able to complete real tasks for real jobs from Upwork. The most incredible thing about Devin is that it can directly turn plain English words and sentences into actual working computer code. This is extremely powerful. Instead of writing complex code instructions line by line, programmers can just describe what they want the program to do using simple, everyday language. Devin will then generate the entire code. Most importantly, it not only writes its own code, but it is also able to identify coding errors and bugs that are beyond human capabilities. When Devin comes up with a code, it runs a program checker that makes sure there are no errors in code. And if it finds any problems, it just knows how to correct itself as easily. I guess this enables programmers to save a lot of their time and effort. Now, Devin not only specializes in writing and fixing the codes, but also has a deeper understanding of the subject matter. Take, for example, it can use the same coding editors, command terminals, web browsers, and online resources as humans do to get the work done. With that, Devin can start from scratch by Googling, copy and paste the code, and just simply solve how to code the program. Speaking of its training, Devin goes through a process called continuous learning. This just means that as it keeps working on more and more projects, it receives feedback from human developers, which is then implemented later on. It studies the code it produces, learns what works well, and improves its understanding of best practices. In short, Devin's knowledge and ability are continuously expanding through this self-teaching process. To understand how powerful Devin is, imagine you have an idea for a brand new mobile app or video game. Normally, you'd have to explain your idea in great detail to a team of programmers. They would then spend many long months writing all the code from scratch to actually build it. With Devin, the process becomes amazingly simple and fast. All you need to do is describe your concept to Devin in simple English, explain all the features that you want your app or game to have. This includes things like how it looks and how you want it to operate. With this input, Devin will take over and start developing the entire program for you from scratch. It will handle every coding task's requirement in order to develop the app or game in full. All this with just some basic instructions from your end. And not only this, but as I mentioned before, it'll keep trying to gain feedback for your app or game from developers overseeing the project and trying to work towards becoming better and smarter for the next program it might build. Now, there might be some concerns that tools like Devin may somehow replace human programmers and try to put them out of their jobs. However, this is not at all the purpose behind Devin's creation. The goal is for Devin to be an assistant that boosts the productivity of human developers, not to replace them. In fact, tests of Devin's performance on very challenging coding tasks have shown it to be far superior to any previous AI coding tools. In a rigorous evaluation called the SWE Bench, which looked at Devin's ability to resolve real code issues from major open source projects, it successfully completed nearly 14% of the tasks entirely on its own. In comparison, the previous best AI coding tool could only resolve about 2% of the tasks from start to finish. Even when simply modifying existing code files, previous AIs topped out resolving under 5% of issues, while Devin achieved over 13%. These results demonstrate Devin as a huge leap forward in AI's coding abilities. So how can you use Devin? We'll tell you in a moment, but first, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the video. It would be immensely supportive. Okay, back to Devin now. Well, first things first, you will need to get access by submitting a request to Cognition's website or their designated channels. Cognition has Devin in an early access period for now. You can request early access by contacting them through their website, cognitionlabs.com, or by emailing info@cognition-labs.com. Once you've been approved, you'll get to incorporate Devin AI into your existing development workflow. The next step is to come up with your project outline. You should take enough time to brief Devin on all the specifics of the software that it is supposed to develop. This should include features such as the program's functions, other requirements, and so on. It will then begin to work on the given instructions. You will then be required to review and refine when the initial code is completed. Lastly, you can also rely on Devin to assist you when the software gets into the market once the code is approved. Please be advised that this is a general outline, over-explaining the situation, based on the data I am currently aware of. This also may be a bit different with the actual steps that depend on the functionalities of Devin AI, which may be released for the public in the future. Now, let's explore the differences between Devin AI and other chatbots that are already available. One of the amazing characteristics of Devin is that it does the job of working on its own. It implies that it will not need to guide you through the whole process of AI development as it is done with other AI coding helpers. Thanks to Devin, your project will be brought to life from the initial ideas to the actual implementation, without having to look at it over and over. If we are to embrace the potential of Devin without fear, we must also take into account the extent of its abilities. Compared to Copilot and Tab 9, Devin has been able to handle whole projects from start to the end by itself. It's like having an artificial intelligence software engineer robot that is working together with you. It will manage and execute all code generation, debugging, and deployment. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about learning and improvement? Well, just like other AI tools, Devin continuously learns and improves from data. But here's the kicker. Its learning capabilities are designed to be more comprehensive, encompassing entire projects and coding practices, not just individual user preferences. Let's not forget the SWE bench. On the SWE bench benchmark, which evaluates an AI's ability to handle various software engineering tasks, Devin AI achieved a high success rate independently, while existing tools require significant human assistance for most tasks. And finally, we have integration. While Copilot and Tab 9 integrate seamlessly with popular IDEs, Devin AI requires a more comprehensive integration with your existing development workflow, as it's designed to work as a fully autonomous software engineer. Further to that, Devin AI is an important step in AI-optimized programming. While the existing applications are intended to complement and aid the activities of human developers, Devin AI can assume a more autonomous role and can, in turn, be used to handle the full scope of a project with minimal human intervention. It's a visionary prospect that may even become the new standard in a few years to come. Okay folks, as always, drop an AI in the comments to let us know you watched the whole video, and let me know your thoughts too. See you in the next one folks. You all take care.